Yo, what's cooking, good looking? It's Mr. Commentary, Mr. C, whatever you want to call me here, and most definitely click 720p for the best quality. The class I will be running in this video is the PDW suppressor laser sight. I have 2 perks in perk 1 slot, which is Ghost and Hardline, and then I got Toughness in perk 2, and I also have 2 perks in the perk 3 spot, which is Dexterity and Engineer. I just like Engineer just because it puts a delay on bouncing betties and claymores and all that stuff, so it's really an advantage. And you don't have to run flak jacket because you can see the bouncing betties or shock pulsar grenades or whatever they're called, and you can shoot them. But before I talk to you guys about the topic, I just want to thank Thunder for giving all these small channels the opportunity to grow and get an audience, because without him a lot of people wouldn't be known like today. A lot of people that you might watch that are still not small but still have like 10,000 subscribers usually get their publicity from people like Thunder, and it's just a huge blessing really that he actually does this. And a lot of people don't give him credit, but he goes through almost all these videos. He probably gets 100 video like responses, and he has to go through them all, and I have much respect for him for doing that. Even if this video doesn't get uploaded, I don't care, because I have a lot of respect for the guy, and I just think it's absolutely awesome what he's doing, trying like to help the community and build us smaller YouTubers, give us an audience. So anyways guys, with further ado, I want to get to the topic. This is basically how I got started on gaming, really, not even Call of Duty. I'm talking about since I was 5 years old and picked up my first Nintendo 64 controller. Well, first off, I got like a hand-me-down console, the Nintendo 64. I got like 3 games with it. I had Tom and Jerry, I had Home Alone 3, or Home Alone, like the first one I think, Home Alone, and Donkey Kong. Now that's all I needed to have a blast. Me and my brother literally stayed up till 8 o'clock at night, because we were like 5 at the time, 8 o'clock at night, thinking we were like BA and we are the best, we are the coolest kids ever. We would stay up and we would play that game, and like some of my best memories were playing that, and it was just a blessing, and it was so much fun to actually play and like have a basically brotherly bond. Because after that he dropped Xbox, he didn't like it. He dropped basically all gaming after that. So I go back on those memories just because like it was fun playing with my brother and just stomping on my big brother, you know. But anyways, now let's fast forward about 5 years. Now I'm about 9, 10, and my dad picks up his first Xbox, the regular Xbox, not the Xbox 360, and he picks up Halo, the first one, not the second or third, just the original Halo. And I remember getting home and playing it, and I'm like, wow, this game's cool. And like, obviously I'm not good because I'm 8 years old or 9 years old playing Halo, and I'm not even coordinate enough to touch like all the buttons on the controllers. My hand was too small, and I ended up playing that for like a week, because my parents are divorced and I stayed at my dad's house for like a week, and then I go to my mom's house for a week or whatever, but that's not important. But I ended up staying there, and I literally no-lifed it. I would play like 6 hours a day, which back in the day when I was 10 years old was major no-lifing. I thought that was like, oh, get turned on, but I thought that was like legit, and I thought that was awesome. And I would just no-life it, and then my dad got addicted to it real bad, and we would have Halo like parties. Yeah, I said Halo parties. It's crazy. We were the biggest nerd family ever, but I thought it was really cool, especially at that age. I thought it was amazing. I thought the coolest thing ever was going over to my dad's house and having a party, and we would get like 4 Xboxes and system link it. And it was funny because I was the 10-year-old or 9-year-old like stomping on these 35-year-olds and 40-year-olds like they're nothing. I was just like, get on my level, scrub. And I would just dominate them. But then let's go 2 years in advance. Halo 2 came out, I think, and basically the Xbox 360 just came out. I'm loving Halo, and then I end up going to one of my friend's house, and he's like, I end up walking into his room or whatever, and he's playing Xbox. I'm like, yo, what game is that? And he looks at me like I'm half retarded, and he's like, what game is this? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, this is Call of Duty 4. And I'm like, what's Call of Duty? And then now he's like, you're obviously just get out of my house because you don't know crap. But he like looks at me and he's like, get on the, like, here's the controller. And I'm like, all right. So I got to be on the sticks for a little bit, and my first game, I remember this like clear as day. I go 10 and 76. All right, but when I got those 10 kills were absolutely amazing to me. Every kill I got was adrenaline rush, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was awesome. Like it was like an experience I never had. It feels like I got a kill and I would chug a Monster Energy drink, and that's how I felt basically, and it was awesome. So I would just like love the game, and my birthday was actually a week before that, so I had some money, so I went out to GameStop or EB Games at the time, and I ended up picking up Call of Duty, plugging it into my Xbox, and playing like all day, every day. And I remember my first time ever getting it, I stayed up till 12 o'clock, and still 12 o'clock when I was like 11 years old that was late. Like that was pulling a no life freaking no sleep all nighter basically, and I was completely stoked, and I was amazed, and I was so happy. But I ended up like prestiging and like the first night, and it was insane. My mom ended up getting mad at me because I stayed up so late, because back in the day, in my generation at least, like staying up to 12 o'clock was a big deal, and that was like a once in a lifetime opportunity. But then I ended up just playing throughout the whole series. Black Ops 2, like what you're seeing right now, I'm still playing. I'm still loving the game, and I think I always will, because I always have those good memories, like playing, let's say, in Modern Warfare 2 with a clan of my friends, and we honestly blowed it. We weren't even good, and just like the experience I had was absolutely amazing. And I think a lot of people do this, and like they grow attached. It's like your first girlfriend, or I don't even know, maybe your first boyfriend if you're a girl. It's like your first girlfriend. You always have like that thing in your heart where you're like, oh man, but we did this together, and you always like go back to like what you guys did, and it's hard to get out of your head those good memories, and it really sucks for that case, but it's good for this case, because maybe the girl cheated on you or whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying to make up assumptions and all that stuff, so just excuse what I'm saying. And it's basically like I said, that first girlfriend, or maybe your first best friend, and you can always go back on them, and you always have that like warm feeling in your heart when you think of them, or like you see them or anything. But gameplay's wrapping up. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and please like the video for Thunder, because he doesn't have to do this at all. He can just be like, no, screw you guys, I'm the best. But he doesn't, and I think that's absolutely awesome, like I said. So yeah, I do go 83-5, which I thought was pretty legit. I also had 35 confirms, which was pretty good, I think. And basically, I want to thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a good one.